Brian, UK or USA, which is better? Well, I'm not from the UK, so if your line of question is, do I prefer where I lived before, then you want to say USA or Ireland. And if you want me to answer that, Ireland is better. Seeing that people in LA or California, someone did a mass shooting celebrating Chinese New Year. Shit like that makes me really hate this country. And there's some really beautiful, lovely people in this country all around. But there's so many things in this country that just drive me insane. I get really pissed off when people still just go with their, it's my right to bear arms, it's my right to have a gun. I get that. No one's questioning your rights to do that. But you have to realize that there's a serious problem where people have mental illness, where it goes so much deeper than the fact that it's not questioning your right to own a firearm. There's a huge problem in the pharmaceutical industry in this country. There is serious problems with the military system in this country, that they are putting people into the military and causing huge damage, where some of these kids are going over into a war and coming back with PTSD and serious mental issues that they somehow will get their hands. I'm not saying this person who did this, but there is a lot of things that are so deep-rooted in this country that they're not addressing what the true problem is. Pharmaceuticals is my biggest problem in this country, where they're putting children who have ADHD. No, they don't have ADHD, guys. You have to realize these doctors are putting these kids on these meds, diagnosing them with ADHD, when really the diagnosis is they're a fucking kid. They're a fucking kid that has a lot of energy. And these lazy ass parents are like, my kid is just full of energy, I can't deal with him. Yeah, it's a fucking child. How about you get off your fat ass and put them into a sport where they can actually use that energy and do something creative and exert their energy into something productive, like a sport. Oh God, what a phenomenal idea. Never thought of that in my fucking... But like, oh, do you know what we'll do? We'll put him on these. He's got ADHD. He's got ADHD. We'll put him on these meds. I'm gonna make commission from the pharmaceutical company that I'm gonna subscribe to this kid or prescribe to this kid, and then these kids are on these drugs in the most important time of their brain development, from the age of when they're born up until what, 25 or 24. The brain is still in its development stages, and then it's fucking up some of these brains. You've such a huge psychological issue in this country. It is fucking mind-blowing. The average mental health illnesses in this country, staggering. And then in Ireland and other countries where they're not putting these kids on these fucking drugs because they have ADHD. You don't have ADHD. You're a kid. You have a lot of energy. And these fucking... The food industry has sugar in everything. And what happens when you put sugar with a kid? ADHD. There's so much shit wrong in this country. Your food industry is so broke, where there's no proper governing of your food. In Ireland, we have Board Bia, which is a government body over food, which will overlook things that are added into foods, make things illegal. If anything is found that has the wrong amount of sugar, X, Y, and Z, that break the law of the country, they will be fined and even shut down. You don't have that in America. To the best of my knowledge, you've got, like, if you want to get premium chicken or meat or anything in this country, you have to go to Whole Foods and pay a premium. Basically, real food is for rich people. And so the general public have to eat dog shit with chemicals and additives and high sugar levels. And then it's just a cog in the wheel that's going to add on to more and more problems, that add on to the next thing, that bleed into the next thing, and the next thing. It's going to keep going. And everyone just thinks, oh, it's a guns problem. No, it's a domino effect that keeps happening. From this section, bleeds into this section, then bleeds into this section, and then results in all these people. High obesity, mental health issues, psychiatric issues, even education, that some of them will join the army, and then these kids, they should be tested, means tested. Do they have the mental fortitude to be able to deal in the military? No, but we're going to put this kid anyway in, and then he doesn't have the mental fortitude, easily broken, comes back with PTSD, has a breakdown, murder, goes into prison, part of the system where the US jail system is, in my opinion, is modern day slavery. People go in, they start making fucking, I know in prisons they make car license plates. Alcohol, fucking during the COVID-19, they were making the hand sanitizer. It's just so much shit, bro. There's so much shit. And I'm not saying America is the worst country, by no means. But I live in America, and I want to have kids here. I love this country. I love the people here. But there's a country that's supposed to be for the people, by the people, are really fucked over by their government. And it's not a Democratic thing. It's not a Republican thing. It's just America. Both sides are just as bad as each other. And the problem is, you have this dual government system where you have either the left or the right. And the thing is, you're either with me or against me. How about you have a society where people can actually try and find a way to work together? It's so annoying. I get so fucking annoying. I get so annoyed. Because it's always like having a conversation, this person's either Republican or Democrat. So he's either my enemy or my friend. And that's it. And there's no in between. You're not going to make any, like, your government are just a bunch of fucking man children. Man boys and man girls, or you know what I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. And there's like no cohesion, there's no nothing, there's no unity. For a country called the United States, there doesn't seem like much unity, and it really is so frustrating. From an outsider coming in from a country where I think my country can be a fucking piece of shit sometimes, and then I come here and I'm like, wow, this is...
75,981,500. 35CB 62 3,352. Donated $10.86. I agree.
With you, definitely, but do you think guns are necessary or needed? I think mental health is definitely a problem, but I don't think guns make anything easier.
No, well, the thing is, the problem is, the gun thing is a cancer that is so far deep-rooted in the country that, like, just taking the guns away is not going to fix it either. The guns are already in the country. You've already made that bed. The bed is made. The guns are too deep-rooted into the country. In Ireland, we won the country back from the British in 1916 and we laid down our guns. Our Gardaí, our police do not use guns. There is a very low population of guns. Population is probably the wrong word to use, but amount of guns in the country. There's so much. There's so much to it. Just open your eyes. Whoever set me off on that, thank you. Yeah, I don't mean to insult anyone or piss anyone off. It just pisses me off when I see people... Like, I'm afraid to go to big gatherings in this country. I love being around people. I love seeing people smiling. Imagine people celebrating the new year. And then just gunned down. It's hard, man. It's so hard. I want to have kids in this country. I want to live in this country. It's so fucking frustrating. How many more mass shootings have to happen? How many school shootings have to happen? It's like, when is it going to be too? When is enough? When is enough enough? Like what are you all waiting for? How many more times do we have to have this happen? Then it's brushed under the carpet, and then another one. We go all mad. We go on Twitter and we voice out our opinion that we're really mad because we want people to know that we're great people. Oh,
what did I miss? Sorry,
I'm really sad. My thoughts and prayers are with the people affected. Fuck your thoughts and prayers. Get out and protest, and get out and try and fucking make these rich cunts do something for your country. Stop going on social media and projecting that you're a good person and saying my thoughts and prayers are with this, thoughts and prayers are with this. I'm doing it right now. I'm fucking projecting on social media. I'm doing it literally right now this second. But you need to go out and do it. Savage, just shut up, Brian. Savage, suck my fucking girthy cock. Alright? Suck on that one. Make like your mother, get down your knees. Fucking bitch. Alright. If healthy foods were as cheap as fast foods now, do you think America would be healthy or still addicted to the golden iron? It's not so much like the price of the food. It just, you need to have proper like governing. Like, if you had some kind of governing body overlooking the standards of food and like the sugar levels and stuff like that, to ensure like food that is available to the public are going to be healthier than if someone just made like a cheap alternative, like something that tastes really good but is bad for. Oh my god.
Blackman, did he donated $10.00 chat? If any of y'all are upset by what Brian has been saying,
then you are clearly missing the point. He's speaking from his perspective. Outside looking in.
Now shut the fuck up and let him play and see.
Yeah, if you don't like my opinion, then I'm sorry. Well, I don't particularly care. As I said, coming from a country that's different and coming into this country, I see things from a very neutral perspective. When you grow up in the environment of your own country, there's things you would think of differently. You have a very, I guess, biased viewpoint. like how your family think, your parents think, the environment in which you grew up in. Whereas those things aren't really in my life. No, we're not Democratic, we're not Republican, we're independent, we try to use logic and not what our team says. I think for myself, not what a bunch of rich people try and convince me. Those of us who can't afford ADHD watch you to calm us down enough for the shit. That's good. That's like the pharmaceutical thing is what sets me off the most, because I think it's so criminal that they hold you to ransom for stuff that you might not necessarily need. I don't trust a lot of doctors in this country. There's a lot of very rich, wealthy doctors based on commission that will put you on anything, not for your best interest. In Ireland, my God, the trust you have in doctors, there's more of a parochial thing based on like your town, and that's the thing that annoys me very much about America. There's no sense of community. Oh yeah. There's no sense of community, I've noticed. Like it doesn't feel like a town. You go to the shop, it's like a cookie cutter kind of little, I don't know what to call them, Lene. You know what I mean? Like you'll go to drive down the road and there's the same looking shops. There's no like central town, the local pharmacy. It's very commercial. It doesn't feel like the local old town is nice. But like most of the new developments, it's all kind of, you got fast food places along the road. And so what I'm saying is, in Ireland, there's more of a sense of community, and the doctor kind of like looks after that community. Do you know what I mean? Whereas over here, I notice it's very much like you're just a number. It feels like, I don't feel that sense of township. As a person that experienced mental issues, I can agree with you. It's a huge problem in this country. I was in low life, and instead of getting help I needed, I get put in a hospital. That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I just don't get how I can get mugged, drunk, get knocked out cold, found by an ambulance, and then I go to hospital, they save my life, and then say, right, you're good to go. I just don't pay anything. An ambulance found me, brought me into the hospital, brought me in, pumped out my stomach, saved my ass, kept me in hospital overnight, and I walk away and I don't pay a single penny. Now, how much would that cost in America? And then you're putting these people in a financially horrible situation, and then some people are turning to very extreme means in order to make money. You're putting people in debt. You're making some of these people just don't have an opportunity to really excel in life. Treat your members of the public as assets that they can really develop and do something. Oh, fuck. Sorry. You know what I mean? I hope I don't sound like just a stupid foreigner that should shut the fuck up. But it's because you guys deserve so much better. You really do. You deserve so much better. Like, it's easy for me. I'm financially set. I'm doing well, and I thank you guys so much for allowing me to do this for a job. But at the end of the day, I also think about people who cannot fucking afford that. And when I come over here and I see it, and I'm like, holy shit! Wait, you have to pay how much? Wait, you do this? And they're like, so like normal to it, numb to it, and I'm like, they're just like, yeah, that's the way it is. And you're like, what? I'm not trying to tell you guys to think like me or think any differently than the way you think. I'd encourage you just to try and listen from all people's sides. I think the best way for all of us to get along together is to meet somewhere in the middle. That's my problem with left and the right. It's either my way or the highway. Anyway, look, I'm gonna stop. Oh, Terrorizer 2020, when will I run it? 8.